Good morning, good morning, good morning to you and you and you. So, what makes more sense? To keep paying for a cell phone bill or to get it paid for? I don't know about you, but getting the bill paid for sounds interesting to me. Can I pay my own bill? Sure, I've been paying it. Can you pay your own bills? Sure, you've been paying them. But don't get attached to paying your bills. You know, don't throw away an opportunity for those bills to be paid. You still produce the work, but it's a twist. Like your cell phone bill, the cell phone that you use right now, what do you get for being a customer? You get your cell phone service. Hopefully, you get good customer service if you have to call in or need some support. And hope you get the same if you have to go into a store and replace the phone or whatever. That's typical. That's what everybody hopes for. That's what everybody hopes to get once they leave a store with a bag and a cell phone and a receipt and some bills they know that's coming. You should get those things. But what we're doing is we've changed the game. We don't have any competition with what we're doing. I don't even know what it's going to take for Verizon, AT&T, and Sprint. I don't know what those guys are going to have to do to start competing with what we're offering without tapping into their own pockets. Because every customer earns money with Solavei. Every customer has the green light. As soon as you sign up for service, they'll send you a Visa debit card. And that Visa debit card is yours for being a customer. If you decide to go shopping, Walmart, Target, Old Navy, Best Buy, Starbucks, if you just decide to spend money just like you're already spending money on all of your other Visa cards, if you decide to use this Visa card, the one that you got from your new cell phone company, you get cash back. Now that's a good customer incentive because um, if you just use the card, you're saving money. Verizon's not helping you save money. AT&T's not helping you save money. Sprint's not helping you save money. Boost, Cricket, Metro. I mean, people may have some good deals here and there, but this is different. This is different than a deal because you get to keep the card, and if you refer the same wonderful service to your family and friends, they're going to pay you on that same card. Verizon's not going to do that. If you have Verizon, I guarantee you, if you have Verizon more than 4 years, you've referred at least one person to Verizon. And that's probably being nice. I know it's probably more. But I'll just say, even for the one, let's say all you did was refer one and they pay their bill every month. Verizon, what does Verizon give you for that new business? Nothing. They may not have even said thank you. Whereas if that was Solavei, that customer would have got their own Visa card, their own cashback program, and their own income opportunity as well. That's also free. None of this stuff costs any extra money. All you spend is $49 a month. You get unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. And you get up to 4 gigs at 4G speed. For $49, if you don't understand how revolutionary that is, then open up a web browser, go to Google, and go to all of the cell phone companies you can think of. Look at the prices for 4 gigs of data and find me anybody that's $49 or less. That also gives you a Visa debit card. That also gives you cash back when you shop. And that also pays you for every single customer that you refer for life. Life, though, I mean, for the life of the account, every month they pay their bill, you get paid again the following month. It's no competition for that. In the US, overseas, anywhere, this is the best solution. Now, some people, you may not get good T-Mobile service in your area. Listen, if you don't get good T-Mobile service in your area, then get whoever gives you good service. But this is about the customer's chance to win, the customer's chance to get paid like a business. If you feel like you're a loyal customer, you don't have any problems paying your bills on time, then in today's age with people owing money and getting services disconnected, that needs to be rewarded just to be able to pay your bill on time. And you should not think that your behavior is not worth compensation. Some people fight money, some people fight opportunity. They get a job, they got the money coming in like clockwork, they punch a clock, get paid every 2 weeks, and then they just forget about everything else. They just say, well, I got a job, I'm good. I pay my bills, go back to work, pay my bills, go back to work. They actually get content with that schedule. Like, that's not normal because eventually that has to stop. And I guess the idea was you're supposed to have so much saved up from the grind that when you want to stop, you can. But if you just open your eyes and look, the people that's getting out of work and retiring right before your eyes, it's like none of them have money to stay retired. And unless you're doing something different, then you need to look at that because it's opportunities out here right now. I don't know who sold you the idea that you have to work until you retire and then you retire and then you just die. Like, you can make money today online. You can make money right now. But you got to know where to go and what to do. If nobody's ever showed you that, then, you know, you need some new friends. I'll show you. I'm trying to show you right now. I'm trying to show you that if, if you walking around with a T-Mobile phone and you paying T-Mobile every month, I'm showing you how all you got to do is switch SIM cards. You switch SIM cards, you get a debit card. That's like the easiest thing in the world. Don't fight that. You'll keep your phone and your phone number, or you can get a new phone number. But your service will be the same. You'll have 4 gigs of 4G data. I don't know what you have now, but I know whatever you have, you don't have 4 gigs for $49, and you sure don't have no debit card that's going to give you cash back everywhere you already shopping at. So, if that does not make sense to you, then you need to explain yourself. Like, explain why you currently have a T-Mobile phone and why it makes absolutely no sense for you to swap the SIM card. Get your debit card, get paid for referrals, and get cash back when you shop. Explain to me why that makes absolutely no sense. I don't know why I would not. If you have Verizon, you are on average, you're paying for 2 Solavei lines for every 1 line. So, you should cancel as soon as you hear this if you have Verizon. Just because of the money. You spending way too much money, you know. Now there are some cases where people live out in the sticks and Verizon's the only thing that works, then you gotta do what you gotta do. But becoming a customer of Solavei, everything I talked to you about, that's just a benefit. It's people that do not get good service through Solavei, so they don't see a need of opening a line of service just to get the debit card. They can still participate. They pay $149, and then they'll get their debit card, and they can make money too. So we even have an option for people who don't want the service. But like I said, if you're using a T-Mobile phone, you obviously get T-Mobile service. If you're using AT&T, you can still use that phone. Unlock it and put this phone in. T-Mobile phones, they say they work better. Must be the way they're, wired from the manufacturer. I don't know, but if you got AT&T, then you can get a SIM card too. But my focus is on T-Mobile customers because you already have the phone. All you need to do is switch the SIM card. From Metro, Boost, Cricket, everybody else, you got to understand that you have Metro, Boost, and Cricket because your mindset is you're not going to pay all that money for a contract, and you're into saving money. Well, if you're truly into saving money, that means you must be truly into making money. So how serious are you about making money that you would not get Solavei? You pay 35, Solavei costs 49. You pay 35, you don't get a debit card, you don't get paid, you know. Think about why you want to only pay 35. If money is tight or if money is, budgeted and that's all you want to give to your cell phone use, you're just thinking about things in the wrong way. You only got to come up with a couple more dollars so that you can start making a lot of money. So look at your budget. Look at how you spend money. Move money around. People don't know how to move their own money around. If you could redirect about $50 to $100 of your money every month and put it into business, you probably would be able to quit in less than a year. Because there's too much money out here. You just got to know how to redirect your money. What companies to get with and which teams to get with if you need support. We have a great team with the Solavei movement. I mean, we turning everything purple. That's the goal. Some people don't think it's real because they don't see stores and stuff like that. But we do have members putting money up together and they're opening stores in the malls, kiosks, and they're not playing. Solavei does not want to spend that money that way. They want to spend the money on us. But you have people that are agents that are, going the business route. And they're going to get consumers like you who have to wait until they see it in the mall and they say, oh, what's this? Oh, looks nice. Then there's other people that don't have to wait till that has to happen. People that have vision. People like myself who can just look at the numbers and say, well, okay, well, you're going to pay me $1,000 a month for every 54 lines of service I activate. And I only got to personally activate about 15 to 18 of them. And you'll pay me over $1,000 a month. So if I do it again, I get another $1,000. Like, that's key. When I used to sell phones, I talk to a lot of guys that still work there, and their mindset is just kind of retarded. They'll say things like, well, how much are you making? Or, you know, it's obvious they've been in the industry, let's say 4 or 5 years minimum. So, I would ask them, well, how many lines of service do you think you activated since you've been there? Do you think it's anywhere close to 300? Now, I know it's more, but this is the point. They'll say, man, way more. Try, 3,000 or something like that. Well, you asking me how much have I made? Let me tell you how much you have made if you would have made had you been selling for Solavei. So I do the math, and they're like, nah, that's not true. They don't want it to be true because then I'm right again. Some people don't like for me to be right. Well, I don't like to talk unless I know what I'm talking about, which makes me right most of the time. Numbers don't lie. 324 lines of service that is activated because of you. Solavei is paying you a minimum of $7,000 a month. So you got people that's been in the industry for 4+ years straight who've activated thousands, and they might be seeing 4 grand a month before taxes. But they gotta, constantly keep making those numbers just to keep the four there. This is 324 one time. If I did that and just stopped, I'm sitting on 7 grand a month. But I'm not gonna stop. I'm going after cities. I'm going after schools. I'm going after churches. I'm going after, you know, organizations that already are in control of groups of people. I'm not trying to nickel and dime this thing. So that's why I'm looking for people that got vision, that can understand, this is something that can and will happen with or without you. I'm just trying to see if you try and go along for the ride. So if you go to check out my website, mrphonebill.com. It has all the information on there. You can chat with me right there from the website. What I like to do is I like to keep about 10 to 20 SIM cards on me at all times. Because if you decide to enroll through Solavei enroll for Solavei through the website, you're going to pay for the SIM card. It's going to charge you about $9 for the SIM card. And it's going to charge you to ship it. So it's a real good benefit to hit me up and see if I got any SIM cards because I'll give you a deal on it and I put it in the mail within an hour of talking to you. But all that's after you go ahead and pay for your first month of service. See, once you pay, I'll get a text message that says, such and such just enrolled, contact them, blah, blah, blah. That's when I hit you up, find out what size SIM card you need. I put it in the mail, keep it moving. And for the people that's in the industry, I don't see how you would not rather do that all day than have to go to a physical location and stay there. Even if it's like a self-employed setup, it's still corporate because you still can't do what you want to do. If you can't do what you want to do, it's corporate. If you can do what you want to do, it's independent. You got some institutions that pay you like you're independent, but it's still a corporate structure. And at the end of the day, it's just they messing with your mind. So like I said, go check out the website, or you can check out my other website, thispurplecard.com. I'm thinking I'm gonna have that set up for the team once the team gets big enough, and I start to see people that's like me that want to take this thing to the next level. I'll let the team use that website, and it kind of just rotate so everybody can get some organic sales. But right now I'm using it because I'm still looking to build that strong team. Um, you'll see some good information on there. I know how to get this money thing on the internet going. I've located the companies that pay like they say. They're not scams. They're companies that realize it's cheaper to pay people to do the exact work than to spend money on advertising, hoping to attract the right people. Then you still got to qualify them and pay them insurance and all of that. It's way cheaper just to pay somebody to go do it because people want money. People looking for money. It is what it is. These companies don't care nothing about your past, no drug test, no background check. You just need to be willing to go to work. You notice I never said anything about a qualification or a credit check to work for Solavei. No, you get your phone service from Solavei instead of Verizon or instead of AT&T or instead of Sprint, Boost, Metro, whatever. Instead of spending money there, you spend it with Solavei, and they're going to send you a debit card so they can spend money on you because they like money just as much as you do. So it's like, who can out like money? Who can like money more? So I'm looking for people that has listened to this whole message, and by the time you finish, you ready to cancel. And you say, well, what about my cancellation fee? If you add it up, it's cheaper to cancel than to stay for the rest of your contract. If you also cancel, all you do is port your number over to Solavei. You don't call them and don't call your company and tell them what you're doing. They don't need to know. When you go through my website and port your number over, that takes your number from your company, and they know that you left because they saw your number leave. So what they do is add everything up and they send you one final bill. Well, you don't have to pay that bill at one time. Just like you can't pay your account off. You already making monthly payments to them, so continue to make monthly payments to them. Now, what happens since you switched to Solavei, you instantly cut your bill, and most times down to half. So the money that's going out from you is not going to change because if your bill was 120 and now your bill is only 49, you still pay 120 out. You know what I mean? Take the 49, pay Solavei, take the rest, and pay down your cancellation fee. They'll take the payments. They don't have, first of all, they don't have a choice because they don't have your service anymore. So they can't disconnect your service. And they will take payments. They taking payments when you're a customer. They just never want to stop taking payments ever, ever, ever. 2 years, hit you with another deal, get you locked in for another 2 years. I mean, they're gonna take payments all day long. You just got to know how to move your money around, and they're not gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this because this company is doing some crazy things. I mean, in 1 year, over 300,000 new customers with no advertising. You don't see what's going on. You don't want to be a part of that kind of movement. Over $8 million paid out in commission. You don't want any of that. I mean, really, what's wrong with you? It's a phone. At the end of the day, it's a phone. Who really cares? They got people in the phone industry crazy, standing in line for weeks for a phone when they probably already got the next model made already. They're just waiting to sell enough of these. I mean, it's not that serious. You got a Galaxy S4 with Verizon. Somebody got a Galaxy S4 with Solavei. Why should their bill be free and yours not? Your phone don't work any better than theirs. I mean, your actual phone don't do anything that theirs, can't do. But it should if they don't have to pay for it. And they got a debit card. I mean, they stunting on everybody. There's nobody out here that can compare or compete. So with this being the best, you need to get on it ASAP. You know, and you got 14 days to try it. So even if you want to just try it on a temporary number and decide you want to, port everything over later, hit me up. If you signed up under me, I'll send you another SIM card. Like I said, I keep them on me. I like to get things moving on the spot. I can activate people's phones on the spot. When I'm out, I got about 10 to 20 SIM cards on me, and I got the SIM card cutter. So if you happen to have a phone that need the micro, I'm cutting the SIM card on the spot. I'm activating your service on my phone or my laptop in front of you, and in less than 5 minutes, your new phone worked. When I was working for Verizon, you can never do that in 5 minutes because you got to do paperwork, you got to do contract stuff. Sometimes they get to reading all the fine print, they be like, "Oh hell no," because they get to adding up how much they really spending. And it is what it is. But with this, it's no paperwork. It's just quicker than signing up for Facebook. You can't make a Facebook profile faster than signing up for Solavei. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that don't mind working, but you ain't trying to work another 10 years. You want another plan. Phones ain't going nowhere. And Solavei has not went global yet. You got to understand where we are. We already paid out over $8 million in the first 12 months and we hadn't gone global. Do you imagine what it'd do in the UK, Africa, China? I mean, nobody has this. Nobody gets paid to use the cell phone. Just hit me up, man. It's been good talking to those that's listening. I know somebody gonna listen to this. MrPhoneBill.com or thispurplecard.com.